And it is time now for a Chamber on the Air. Joining us, so I've got the president of the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce, Lisa Workman. Lisa, always fun to talk to you.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for inviting us on and allowing us to get to share the good news from the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. We love this opportunity where we get to feature several of our chamber members. Today we've got guests from Davenport Insurance, Interstate Engineering, the Humane Society of Ottertail County, and Solve CXO. But before we get to our awesome guests, which we've been having so much fun here, there are times that I wish people could watch and listen before we go on the air, but then there are some times that, you know what, it's just for us to enjoy. So anyhow, if you're a chamber member and like to be part of the fun on and off the show, get in touch with us at the chamber office at 218-736-6951. We'd be happy to book you a guest appearance where you get to share a little bit more in depth about your organization. And we also want to let you know about a couple chamber events that are happening or going on. We want to share with you that we are launching the Fergus Falls Super Summer Savings Cards. These discount cards have about 3 dozen offers on them, and the cards will be free and available at participating businesses as well as the Fergus Falls Chamber and Visit Fergus Falls. But there's discounts for some retail shopping, boutiques, personal services, auto services, food. Lots of food discounts. So just a way to encourage you to get out and shop local in the Fergus Falls area this summer and watch for those. The Super Summer Savings Card coming to a retailer near you, hopefully by next week. So we're just working on that. So that'll go on throughout the summer. We've got a couple ribbon cuttings scheduled. June 26th, we will be at Easy Open Garage Door from 3 to 7 p.m. They're located right on Washington Avenue, downtown Fergus Falls, and we'll be doing a ribbon cutting with them. We've got one tentatively scheduled with the Days in Fergus Falls, so that'll be in June. Shop Move and Groove is July 10th, and if you're a chamber member business, we offer you a free trade show booth. You can go to our website at fergusfalls.com for that. And mark your calendars for July 17th. We will have Chamber Cafe hosted by the Fergus Falls Area Habitat for Humanity. So those are some of the chamber events that are coming up, and many of our chamber members have their own events too. So Chris Cannon is joining me now. He's the executive director of the Humane Society of Ottertail County. Chris, thanks for joining us on the show today.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, you guys started moving some dirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Big groundbreaking.
Yeah, big groundbreaking. And I also, want to have a big shout out to the chamber. Yourself, Gina, Missy, you guys have all helped put on a great ceremony for us. It was a great time.
Such a fun celebration.
Yeah, as a fun celebration. We had a lot of people come out. It's nice to finally celebrate kicking off the expansion project because It's been quite a long process. We've been fundraising, for a few years. And it's real now. Yeah. So, we're excited. Yeah.
Things are happening. And in the meantime, you guys are at a temporary location. We should mention that.
That's right. Yeah, we're at the Old Companion Animal Hospital beside Olson Oil. It's 1505 West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls.
Fantastic. And with this expansion, you've been fundraising for many years. We're almost to the finish line on the fundraising, but there are a couple opportunities or special events that will hopefully bring it home, right?
Yeah. So we've got some really fun ways this summer to help support us, as opposed to just seeing me asking for money with my hand out.
Which works too.
It does work,
yep.
And we have been thrilled with the donations so far. We couldn't thank the community enough, but we do have some other fun things. Like I said, for example, we're going to be at Summerfest, so look for us there. We're going to partner with Canine Acres for the dog show.
Oh,
so we'll
great.
have a table
Always
up there.
A fun part of Summerfest.
Oh, for sure. Always love to see the dogs out there, and my favorite part is probably, it's going to sound odd, but it's the make-out contest with your dog. It's always fun to see.
When they're making new friends.
Yeah. It's always an interesting time. And so also coming up, we've got our first ever Walk for Animals. We're going to be in Turtle Fest in Perham.
Fantastic.
So Saturday, June 21st from 11 to 1, we're going to be walking around Wardell Dog Park. And for a suggested donation of $20 for an adult or $10 for children aged 4 to 12, you'll get a goodie bag. We'll have trivia out there. It's going to be a great time. Something that we haven't done before, and it is actually going to benefit the expansion by way of funding our pulley doors, or guillotine doors, as they're often referred to in the industry. So the guillotine doors are very instrumental in keeping, dogs out there, in the yards where you can limit interaction with staff or other dogs. Super helpful.
Also helpful for the staff too. I mean, you think about how many critters are there, and the doors going up and down day after day after day, up and down, dogs in, dogs out.
Right.
Yeah, that could get tiresome. My back hurts kind of thinking about it.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you think about it, the pulley doors enable us to let dogs out without having to go into the kennel and leash them up and then walk them through. And it's just, it eases stress for the animals, and of course for staff too. But yeah, it's
any way we
helpful.
can relieve stress is a good thing too.
Exactly.
So, that's coming up in Perham as part of Turtle Fest. I love that the dogs are part of the celebrating with the turtles.
Yeah,
that is awesome. And of course, you're also going to celebrate with some Red Hawks. Birds.
That's right.
Dogs and birds, right?
Yep. And so it's funny, actually, the Red Hawks, the FM Red Hawks, for that are playing the Salty Dogs. Lincoln Salty Dogs. So what we're doing, actually, we're selling tickets for $25 each. And what that will get you is a round trip motor coach bus ride, a reserved seat at the game, plus a beverage on the bus, and a chance to win some prizes during the ride.
Fun.
But yeah, we're just going to take off from Mendocino Otter Tail coaches over there at the parking lot. We're going to meet about 10:30. Buses are going to leave around 11. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Just get on the bus, hang out with us, go to the game, come back. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to drive.
Yep, just show up at the bus garage, and of course you got to buy your ticket ahead of time.
That's right.
There are limited seats available.
There are limited seats available, and you can get those at the shelter by visiting us at the temporary location, 1505 West Lincoln. Or if you're familiar with any of our active board members, they can also help you out with those too.
Fantastic. So Fergus Falls Day at the FM Red Hawks in support of the Humane Society of Otter Tail County. And,
you got it.
Chris, to kind of wrap up our conversation, what are some other ways that folks can make a donation or contribution to the Humane Society or to the expansion? Yes,
very good question. Thank you for asking. I guess I would just leave with two more things. As far as donations go, you can always donate at humanesocietyotc.org/donate or /build. We have several platforms on our website that you can give. But I would say right now we are in dire need of cat litter, scoopable and clay. So if anyone wants to grab some of that and bring it to us at the location on Lincoln Avenue, that'd be a huge help. And then the last thing I would say is, because we are in the new temporary location, it is smaller, we're limited space. So if at all possible, if the public sees strays or, any animal in distress, just give us a call. We can kind of talk you through how to help find the owners before they come to us, because there's Facebook pages available. We can always scan for microchips. So just give us a call, because like I said, our space is limited. We went from 24 dog kennels to 8 with the move.
That's a big shift in the reduced direction.
For sure.
Well, it'll be exciting to share with folks when we get out the big scissors and cut the ribbon or cut the leash for the grand opening in 2026. So, Chris, thanks to you and your team, your volunteers, your staff for all the work that you do, keeping our furry friends, mostly furry friends, safe and happy in our county.
Thank you so much. It's our pleasure.
You bet. We're going to shift gears here, and we're going to talk with Alex Schwartzoff. I got too many Z's in my brain now. Too many let's just move on. Alex is from Interstate Engineering. And Alex, glad to have you on the show today. It's project season. So tell us about what's happening with Interstate these days.
Sure. So Interstate Engineering here in Fergus Falls, we're a civil engineering and survey company. Our company is actually about 180 employees, 20 offices, 5 states up here in the upper Midwest. So we're a bigger company than a lot of people realize around Fergus Falls anyway. They see our little office. But we've got a lot of people running around the 5-state area helping out. A lot of what we do is county, city, government projects, but we also do some private work. We had a piece in the new FM Bank building. We did their site design, parking lot design, water and sewer. We're getting ready to tear up Junius Avenue there over by the police station. I'm sure everybody will be glad to see that one get done, and a little paid in the meantime.
Yeah, and when you say tear it up, you're like tear it up and then let's build it up. Like
Yeah.
It's a reconstruction.
It's a complete reconstruction. We're going to take it down, replace the water and sewer mains and all the services, and then put back new pavement and new gravel. So that'll be a big change from that thing, a complete 180 from where it is now, full of potholes and.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it is road construction season. We should be used to this as Minnesotans, because our roads take a beating with our change in seasons. But it's great that we've got a local company like Interstate Engineering working on some of these local projects too.
Yeah, we got a number of them going. It's going to be a busy summer for us. We're doing some utility work out by Mabel Murphy's Walmart exit to get ready for the MnDOT project that's going to come through next year. That's going to make
I was wondering what was happening there. I'm like, there's something going on now that folks tuned in to Chamber on the Air. Now they know what's happening out by Mabel.
MnDOT's got a big project next year coming in with some new bridges and roundabouts out that area. But we're working with the city of Fergus Falls to get their water and sewer out of the way first. So that'll happen this fall yet. I think should be minimal interruptions, but. A nice, good local project for us, too.
Absolutely. And that's really a sign of progress. Like, a lot of people say, it's road construction season. I'm like, it's road progress season. Like, these are making things better, folks. Let's just have a little bit of patience.
Yep.
Or a lot sometimes.
And unfortunately, where we live, we get winter, and you can't do a lot of that in the winter. So we got to cram it into a short season and get through it. But the other thing we got going this time of year is that may affect more individuals is we do a lot of lot surveys both around the lakes and in the city of Fergus Falls. So if you've got, hopefully you don't have issues with your neighbors, but
Sure.
if you do, we can help identify your property lines. If you're putting up a new fence, a new garage, something like that, we can certainly get out and help you find those so you get it in the right place.
Exactly. I mean, that is key. If you're going to buy a new shed or have an extra stall added onto your garage, you want to know where those lines are, not maybe where the fence is, because that's not always the property line. Right?
Yes, it's amazing how often people are sure they know where their property line is, and they're not quite right.
Yep. Well, I understand that completely now. We just moved to a different property, and the survey stakes are different from where the neighbor put their fence. But it's all good. It's all good. But again, Interstate Engineering is the place to contact when you want to get the ball for that started. And You guys are also a fantastic employer in the community. Was it last year we celebrated a new office, or was that
2 years ago? I believe we
gosh.
remodeled, completely gutted the building and started over, and we're really enjoying our new space. It's fantastic.
Yeah, your offices are right on Washington Avenue.
Yep.
Great location there. You've got a great staff, and the office on the inside just looks fabulous. So I'm guessing there are maybe some high schoolers or college graduates that are thinking engineering. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to work at Interstate.
Sure. So we've worked with the high school program here and done some high school interns. We've got a local kid working for us right now that just finished his first year over in Wahpeton, looking at some surveying. And so our days vary a little bit. We've got our surveyors are often out in the field, locating those property pins or mapping out the areas, and then we've got another group of staff that's in the office more, but doing a lot of computer work, drawing up those plans and getting them ready for our contractors, and then our engineering staff who do a fair amount of math. If you like, I know nobody likes math anymore, but I'm one of those
people won't admit it if they do.
Right. I'm one of those people who openly acknowledges I've been a math fan for years, and so when they say who uses algebra on their day-to-day basis, well,
you're like, pick me.
I'm the guy.
And we're thankful for that.
But then we also do a lot of client interaction, working with the local cities and counties and businesses too. One of the things we do is we're one of the few companies around this area that has structural engineers that can help you, bridges, buildings. If you got a new build coming, we'd love to talk to you about how we can help you get through the city process and help that building stand out. We're not the ones that make it pretty. We'll bring in an architect for that, but
Sure.
we can make sure that it stands up for the long haul.
Exactly. Like the Humane Society doing their expansion back 8 years ago when the chamber, we did our renovation. We had a structural engineer come in and look to make sure that the building was solid before we spent money on renovation. So
Yep, and we absolutely do that. I'm going to look at somebody's basement tomorrow, as a matter of fact,
All right.
to make sure the house is in good shape. And
well, fantastic. Well, we want to thank you for everything that you do throughout the community and throughout the many communities that Interstate Engineering serves.
all right, thank you.
You bet. Hey, Dave, let's take a break now. And then after the break, we're going to talk with Grant Davenport from Davenport Insurance and Chris Buckingham with Solve CXO. Stay tuned.
At Interstate Engineering, our business is about connections. We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
I want to be a contender. I want a warm belly to sleep on.
A big house.
How do I look? Do I look good?
I want to play hard.
My nails done once a month.
I want
a home. I just want a home. I want someone to love.
Last year, more than 30,000 companion animals came to us without homes. 20,000 of them were felines. Let's make some homes together.
And we're back with Chamber on the Air with Lisa Workman.
Well, hey, Dave, we've got great guests to talk to yet on our show today. In fact, Alex's neighbor from Interstate Engineering is here, Grant Davenport from Davenport Insurance, again, located right on Washington Avenue, downtown Fergus Falls. And Grant, this is a time of year that whether it's Summerfest or, in June, folks are getting some more additional toys out. They're taking their campers out. They're taking their four-wheelers out. They're getting the oil changed and checking the air in the tires and checking their hubs on their trailer. What's the other thing that they should be doing this time of year?
Yeah, all those things. Yeah, make sure if you've had stuff in storage, double check that you have the insurance ready to go on those things before you hit the road or the lake here. But yeah, I would say here in the springtime, we are working with a lot of seasonal contractors, just making sure their businesses are up and ready to go here as they get into their busy season. But even on homes, if you're putting on an addition, if you're getting a new roof, if you're doing things, let's check those valuations, check what's happening to the insurance policies in general. A lot of shifts over the last couple of years with just how insurance companies are valuing properties, how they're covering roofs, sidings, things like that. So yes, if you have not looked into that or you have transitions or changes, definitely a good time to review how that policy is set up.
Yeah, Grant, and you'll do these reviews for folks, whether they're your current customers or not yet current customers, right? I think that's one of the things that's great. Bring an outside perspective in.
Yeah, never hurts to get somebody else's opinion on that, talking to a professional in the industry just to see and make sure that we're as prepared as we can be in the event that something bad does happen. Always better to take that time up front and go through it than try to say, I thought I had this or I thought I had that. Never a good feeling there. So
no, absolutely. Yeah. I think having enough coverage, again, this is June and we've had our fair share of storms through Otter Tail County. We never know when it's going to hit our house or our roof or our shed or our shop. And let's have that conversation that says, yes, you have plenty of coverage.
Yeah, I've never met somebody in a claim situation that's come back and said, I really wish I didn't have that extra coverage. So,
definitely worth it when you need it.
Is,
and,
yes.
Speaking from someone who's been doing some home improvements, you want to make sure you've got that coverage, correct amount.
Yeah, no, it's again, I would suggest to anybody, at a minimum, do that annual review. If you got a bigger business, a big farm operation, maybe twice a year even, truthfully, you just got a lot of stuff moving and going, changes of employees, vehicles, equipment. There's just plenty of stuff that you want to stay on top of with that. And again, working with somebody locally on that, you can stop by, talk stuff through. We can swing out, get pictures of the properties, those type of things. Just, again, trying to stay on top of that as best we can. Yeah.
So, folks, right now, if you're at home and got a piece of paper, jot this down. Check your insurance coverage. And Grant, what's the best way to get in touch with you to schedule a consultation, a visit?
Absolutely. Again, we're right on Washington. It's 114 East Washington.
Right next to Interstate Engineering.
Right next to Interstate Engineering. Yep, stop down. We'd be happy to go through that. But in all reality, if you can give us a call and we can set something up, We have some great review platform sheets that we can kind of just share with you so that we can go through that information and again, make sure we're covering all the bases on those. Give us an email, call, reach us out on Facebook, online. All those options are out there for people to try to set something up, and we can get together.
You bet. And the phone number again?
218-736-5697. The webpage is davenportinsurancemn.com.
Fantastic. Well, thanks again for all the work that you do in protecting folks throughout the community. Hope you have a great summer as well.
Thank you.
You bet. Well, Chris Buckingham is joining me now, and Chris just recently launched a brand new company called Solve CXO. And Chris, you're an experienced entrepreneur and business owner. Is this business number 2, 3?
Yeah, it's
maybe
probably
6?
One of many.
And I think that's one of the great things about our community is that, people just keep trying. They try different businesses. Of course, you successfully sold your last business and exited from that. And as small businesses grow, people have to be experts in all areas. But the problem is there's not enough time in the day to be the experts in all areas. And this is where Solve CXO can come in and help those businesses grow.
Yeah, I had a conversation yesterday with a gentleman who is just struggling to not put in the extra time and effort. He's having to work 60 plus hours a week.
Yeah.
Build a team, build a company, and he's grinding.
Yep.
I've been through those pains. I know what that's like. And the X in Solve CXO stands for Chief Whatever Officer you need help with. Primarily operations, technical.
Yep.
Chief of Staff is another one that I just added to the mix because there's a need for helping owners cut through the chaos and help position their business for growth.
Right, and exactly determining those areas that bring in an expert in an area that you're not an expert or don't do well. Like we visit with small businesses at the chamber all the time, and they're wearing every single hat that there is, every single one, and man, it does get tiring after a while. So you can really give somebody that time where they can dream and envision the future of their business. The growth potential.
And I was on that side of the table. So I built an IT company over 11 years. The last 5 years is when I brought in a fractional COO and a fractional CFO. And the goal there is you get really good executive support at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
And you're not just an advisor, a consultant. You're actually in the business working with the owners to help them.
Sure.
And through that experience, I enjoyed it so much. When I did exit through acquisition 5 years ago, I stayed with the company for about 5 years. I decided that company gave me the experience, but now I have a platform to give back to other small businesses that want to grow.
Right. So if folks are listening, what's the best way to get in touch and learn more about Solve CXO and the service that you provide?
Yeah, so online at solvecxo.com, also Solve CXO on Facebook or LinkedIn. And yesterday I just wrapped up a blog series that told the story of my IT company from garage to acquisition and why this company was started. So feel free to jump online and check that out.
Yeah, super interesting read too. So how did we run out of time so quickly? So again, Solve CXO can fill in the gaps. Chris Buckingham is the guy you want to talk to. And you can find out more information about Solve CXO as well as the other chamber member guests who've been on our show today at fergusfalls.com. Check out the website. You'll get some great information there. And we invite folks to watch for the Fergus Falls Super Summer Savings Card. Say that 16 times fast. And come July 3rd, we're going to do this show again. I might invite these same guys back because this has been a whole lot of fun. So I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Chamber, and we will catch you on the flip side. We made it! We didn't get cut off. Last month I got cut off.
Oh, wow.
Because their 11 o'clock show goes on.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Whether you're done or not.
It's syndicated and it just starts.
Must have just got in